Yes, I have smoked crack cocaine. Am I an addict? No.
When have you
I tried it? Probably in one of my drunken stupors, probably approximately about a year ago. Sincerely apologize. I've made mistakes. All I can do now is apologize and move on.
That, my friends, is Rob Ford, mayor of Toronto, the fourth largest city in North America, smoking crack. Think crack and mayor, and only one man usually comes to mind, of course, none other than Marion Barry. You all remember the video.
That's great.
Of course you got the videotape. Mayor back up from 79 to 91. He was arrested in 90, sentenced to 6 months. And this is the kicker, re-elected mayor of the great District of Columbia in 1994. He didn't seek another term, elected back to the city council in 2002. So,
was that the Marion Barry video or Kim Kardashian? I couldn't quite tell.
That was the Marion Barry. But, Dominic, I'll start with you, we'll go around. Should an admission of smoking crack be basically an instant disqualification and an automatic resignation?
Yes, you're the chief.
Are you debating this one? Oh my God!
You're the chief role model. Imagine the school children in Toronto. They're reading about the fact that their mayor is acknowledging that he smoked crack. And I'm going to be honest with you. When I'm watching the video, don't get mad at me. I'm saying, thank God he's not African American this time around. Not this time around. Not twice.
The mayor needs help. Notice what he said. He said, in a drunken stupor?
Right.
I mean, come on. What other decisions are being done?
Hey, I wasn't sober.
But the man is a walking heart attack.
Let's be clear. I wasn't sober when it happened.
He needs to go check into some serious rehab of sorts,
but you
fix
think
himself,
an
and
admission
figure
of
out
guilt
what he's going
and
to do
the
right or
forgiveness of
move
the
on.
public is enough to excuse a crack smoking epidemic?
You people, including you,
look at that. That's a heart attack waiting to happen.
Are so impervious to the human condition.
Richard,
now, look,
he's a
you
crackhead.
can't. He's not a crackhead.
He says.
So he says. But wait. Let's go with what we know. It's a very serious thing. It's a terrible thing. It ought not to be shrugged at or dismissed. But I don't believe in the death penalty. And
who's
one
killing
of the
him?
things,
I just say he's not qualified to be mayor.
One of the things that we are taught is the power of forgiveness. There may be times when even a guy who smoked crack once can be forgiven and can still provide service.
But it's never forgotten. But Richard, the term death penalty is used that so often. Some people are not deserving to be in public service with their actions.
There are many people who aren't deserving
their life goes
to
on
be
to work in
a political death penalty.
To Andrew's point, isn't judgment a prerequisite that you have to be of sound mind to be making decisions impacting?
There isn't anybody who just run for mayor or governor or anything in this day who hasn't done something seriously wrong.
But you're not running. He's sitting there.
There isn't. Chris Christie at some point in his life has done something terrible, like every other human being. That does not necessarily disqualify him.
Okay, but the electorate at that point, as a candidate, should be able to say, okay, error of youth or whatever else. As a sitting mayor, he smoked crack.
I'm not for it.
So Richard, my question is, when he goes out drinking on Friday night, he goes out for dinner, gets drunk, what's he going to do next? If this time it was crack, what's it next time? The man has a problem that has to be fixed.
But they're not. He's right. But you've been in journalism a very long time. All the reporters in Toronto, what stories are they working on right now? Right this very hour. What stories do you think they're working on?
Recipes.
They're checking with every girlfriend, every crack dealer, and you know by the end of next week there's going to be another instance of the mayor smoking crack.
This is a man who lied about it. He lied about it until he couldn't lie anymore. That's the issue.
There is a larger legitimate question, which is, do public officials, people who are running cities or whomever, have the right to be blotto during any given period of time? Can Chris Christie or Mike Bloomberg be drunk out of their minds on a Friday night?
That's legal, Andrew.
No, it is legal, but it also incapacitates them to do city business for that period. And at its very essence, do they have that right? And do we want to allow civic leaders to do that?
Who is without sin?
That's not fair, though.
Cast
but Richard, when you're in the assembly,
what happened to Mr. who wants to clean up Albany in the corruption probes? You're not going to forgive somebody for graft. You're not going to for somebody who with mismanagement of state or city funds. That's obviously a judgment issue. This is also criminal action. And if you say it just damages himself and he's not hurting others.
I didn't say any of that.
I'm putting words in your mouth.
Yes, you are.
Richard, do you
I
believe?
noticed.
Richard, do you believe when you are an elected official, you're held to a higher standard than if you're just a citizen of this country, or in this case, Canada?
Good question, Obi.
Can I sit over there?
There's a trick here, isn't there? You want, if I say yes, you're going to say he failed it. And if I say no, I'm the bum. Forget
That's
about
right.
it. All I said is
Would you
there's
say
a
this,
place for
Richard,
forgiveness.
when you were in the assembly, if there was votes going on at midnight, okay, and late in the night like they always do, okay, how many members do you think would get away with being drunk at dinner, walking down to that assembly floor, and voting repeatedly in that case?
I personally support people who are drunk at voting.
And on that note,
My point
Yeah.
is, when you're an elected
there's a
official, you're
place
held
an
to a higher
entertaining final
standard.
segment for this clown car. I say good night. Yes, yes. I'll see you tomorrow evening at 6 p.m.
Richard,
Yeah.